Day 26, back on trail. I don't know where we are, about 3 miles in. Goal for today, I think 10 miles to the 18 in Big Bear. And a lot of the people we were hiking with are in town, so some of the girls want to maybe hitch into town and see if we can catch them and say hello. Whether we're going to stay there or not is undecided, but I'm always game for a town and good food and where I can eat and drink a lot. So we'll see what happens today. I am very excited to see people if they're there. Some we haven't seen for over a week. Well, more than that, especially me since I've been off trail. So body-wise, okay. I think just I didn't sleep very well last night. It was very cold, and just general aches and pains from being on the trail. So just everything was kind of sore because I didn't really hike much when I was at home. So I feel okay today so far. I think it's mostly downhill. We just had a climb, and I know it's pretty nice. Kind of see our view. So see what happens. It's a beautiful trail. Again, really excited to be in Big Bear and skip all the craziness. There was a couple people at camp last night that I met that basically everybody that did that whitewater was like wishing they didn't do it. I mean, you know, I heard it was crazy. There's a ridge walk it's like off trail and it's like 2 miles but 1,700 feet of climb, and people were doing it like took 2 hours just to do that. So there's not much water once you go up the ridge. But anyway, so I think everybody's really happy with our decision. I know I am. This is where I kind of wanted to come back to the trail anyways. So I got my wish. Even though it's sunny, it's nice and cool. So it's kind of like Sierra hiking where it's sunny and beautiful and, 60s and 70s. So probably feel different when I get to mile 10 and be sore and hurting and stuff. But hey, that's what it is. I'm going to grin and bear it. It's either going to break me or it's not. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. It's just going to go. And that's what it's going to be. So we'll see. All right, peace. Looks like a lake down there in the beginnings of the town. I'm assuming Big Bear. Hey, donkey.
When you're back here, it's hard to hear sometimes.
What you guys doing?
those people with their phone, you know. Whoa, that's desert.
Almost to Highway 18, going into Big Bear. So I guess they wanted to stay at night, and we got a place where we can, it's like a family cabin thing, hotel, but it's cheap. We can split $35, so going to town, see if we can find our friends and enjoy. So back on trail and back off trail. This is a pretty big spot. A lot of people giving rides, so I think like people waiting. We'll see what happens.
Amazing. 25 parks in 8 weeks, and I fully saw like everything. And so I ended up, then I went back home and
So day 26 recap, we are in Big Bear. So we just did 9.9 miles today and then decided to come into town. Again, a lot of people that we've been hiking with the last couple weeks were here, and it was great. We all met up for dinner, and then some of the people I haven't seen for a week, probably even more actually. We all kind of got together, had fun. Nice time at dinner in Big Bear. We got a decent hotel room for 5 of us, which turned out to only be like $35 each. So it was, or is, we're still here. You can kind of see in the background, it's the Vintage Inn here in Big Bear. And some people got some PT work done, and we're trying to figure out a resupply for the next leg. It looks like we might have to go all the way to the 15 Cajon Pass, which maybe is 5 or 6 days. So we're trying to figure out resupply right now. We might have to bring a little bit more food. And we thought there was a place to get into like 30 miles from here, but it turns out you have to walk down 3 miles and try to get a hitch in, and then hitch back, and then 3 miles back. So there's no way I'm doing that. It's almost a full day these days. So it extended our resupply about another 30 or 25 miles, I'm not sure. So the plan is that we'll see 5 or 6 days to the 15 freeway Cajon. And today was very beautiful, pretty easy hike into town. One of our hiker friends had her PT person meet us there and drove us into town, so that was nice. And she drove us to the restaurant, and she's picking us up tomorrow, so shout out to her. I forgot her business name. She's kind of doing mobile PT for PCT hikers, so I'll try to get that tonight and share it tomorrow. And that's it. So I am well fed and well hydrated, and we'll see the big push the next couple days. And again, I'm trying to take it easy, even though people are talking about doing more miles, to kind of make the stretch a little easier in food. Again, I want to take it easy. Today was actually pretty nice as far as hiking was actually pretty easy. I think halfway through like mile 6 I was hurting, but then we took a pretty substantial break, and then I felt good for the rest of the miles. So I just gotta make sure we're taking frequent breaks and stretching, and hopefully it just gets better. So all in all, a good day for me today. It was sunny, and you know, the sun kind of bears down on it, but the overall temperature here was really nice. So we're hoping it's some good trail to come, and I think the thing we get to look forward to is Deep Creek, which is some hot water springs that we can kind of soak in like a hot tub. So I don't know if that's tomorrow or the next day, probably the next day. So something to look forward to, and that's about it. Sign off for tonight. Peace.